And I would like to carry on now with our second presenter, Deb LeMaistre.
Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm just going to share my screen. I have a short PowerPoint. See if I can bring it up here. Okay. Okay, so I'm at the bottom. Great. Hang on a second. Oops, slideshow from beginning. Okay, can everybody see my screen?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, so the Rotary Club of Kenora has decided to build a peace park in Kenora. The idea stems from seeing all the peace poles around the country and thinking we could use one of those as well. We're building it in partnership with the City of Kenora and the Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women, Girls, Trans, Two-Spirit Plus Memorial Committee, which is an Ontario committee. So just a background, the Rotary Club of Kenora has done several large community projects. We're known in our community for the great projects that we do. The most recent one we did was the splash park we did for our 100th anniversary or centennial. And it was over a $600,000 project that we raised money for and completed. So if you ever come to Kenora, you'll have to check that out. These are some of the other projects that we've completed. There's many, many more. These are some more. We did the magic carpet at the ski club, the walking track at the rec center, the Rotary Goodwill Geyser. So the peace is one of Rotary's 7 areas of focus. Peace poles are very common around the world. There's 250,000 or more of them in nearly every country in the world. And the peace pole is recognized as the most prominent international symbol and monument to peace. They remind us to think, speak, and act in the spirit of peace and harmony. And the universally recognized quote on the peace pole is, "May peace prevail on earth," inscribed in many, many different languages. Why peace now? Well, with racism in the forefront, especially in North America, this is a good time for Rotary and the City of Kenora to show leadership in moving towards peace in our community and in our world. I don't know if any of you have heard the news lately where there were some businesses in Kenora that refused service to our Native population because there's one reserve that had COVID running rather rampant through the reserve. And so the businesses were, or business, we're not sure, chose not to serve Natives because of the color of their skin, which of course is profiling and racism. But so Kenora is not proud of that. We're really quite sad that that happened, and we need to promote peace in our community. There's a huge truth and reconciliation project going on that is working in our city with our Native population. And so anyway, we have the City of Kenora has agreed to give us the land. They're also offering tax receipts for any donations over $50. And they'll use their business status for us to apply for grants and do the ongoing maintenance in the park. The Rotary Club has agreed to raise the funds to build the park. The Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women, Girls, Trans, and Two-Spirit Memorial Committee is providing a monument in memory of those women and support to the project. So fundraising has begun. This is the sign we have up on the piece of property right now to advertise where the park will be. It's this is the map If I suppose many of you know Kenora, the parking lot there is the Safeway, Canada Safeway. The park is a long piece of land. It's about 155 feet by 48 feet, I think. And it's right beside where the Blue Heron used to be. The building at the top left-hand corner is has been demolished, and there's going to be a new building put there. That's the location of the property and a picture of what it looks like. It's right on our waterfront, right in town. It's a great little piece of property. So we've chosen that location because it's got good for boat traffic, vehicle traffic, and foot traffic. It's a busy area of the city. The piece of land is not developed very well. It has a couple of large boulders, a couple of trees, a couple of benches, but it's pretty plain and not used all that much right now. The neighboring properties are going to have major renovations done this spring. One is a building that'll contain condo units, and on the other side is a building that will become a business of some kind, either a restaurant or a store or something. So there's activity in the area already. So this is the planned peace pole. The reason that we're going with a granite peace pole and this large is partly because the missing and murdered Indigenous women's monument is very large, made of granite. I found out last night that the granite is being imported from India because they wanted red granite. And this is not exactly what the monument will look like. They've changed the woman, given her more, I don't know how to say it. There's more detail, I guess, on the jingle dress on the dancer, and a little more vines and strawberries. The base is a drum, and then the rough granite below that. So that's their monument. It's going to be 7 feet wide and I think about 7.5 feet tall. So the peace pole on the left, it's going to be an octagon shape, 6-sided, and we'll have May Peace Prevail on Earth in 6 languages. The contact we have in Kenora for the missing and murdered Indigenous women is Waylon Scott. He's the chief of Wabesimong Independent Nations, and he's written a very nice letter to our city council supporting this project. So I'll just read this to you. This is definitely exciting, and more importantly, an opportunity to strengthen the reconciliation efforts the city has with the local First Nations. I don't see this as being a step forward. I see it more as a leap forward. Looking forward to our continued friendship and great working relationship. Miigwech. Waylon Scott, Chief of Wabesimong Independent Nations. So we're very pleased with his letter and his support, and moving forward, I think it's going to be a great partnership. So these are the languages that we've chosen: English, French, Ojibwe, Ojibwe, German, and Ukrainian. The way we chose these languages is we went to the 2016 census, and German and Ukrainian are 2 of the most spoken languages in this region, along with English and French, and then the 2 most common native languages in our community. Fundraising initiatives. We've got, our club doesn't have charitable status, but as I said, the city will issue tax receipts for us for $50 donations or more. This worked very well with the splash park that we built. The splash park was over $600,000, and the city worked with us on the project and issued the tax receipts, and it was a great working relationship at that time as well. So the city will allow us to apply for grants on their behalf using their business number, and We have, we're trying to get corporate sponsorships, so we've issued or sent out some letters and made some phone calls. We've got a GoFundMe page. We take e-transfers. We've got PayPal set up. And local businesses are stepping up to do fundraisers for us. We've had one fundraiser called Pizzas for Peace, where $8 from the sale of each pizza went to the Peace Park, and we raised over $1,000 on that. Another one of those same fundraisers is coming up on March the 10th. And we also have the Ristorante. It's a Italian restaurant in town is doing pasta for peace on March 22nd. So, oh yeah, the picture there with the big check, that's from a donation from Copperfin Credit Union for $5,000 that they made a couple weeks ago. So we're getting good support in our town. So the amount we estimate we may need, and the more money we raise, of course, the better the park will be. But right now we've got estimated costs of $50,000, and to date we've raised $21,937. So we've got another $28,000 to raise. So the opening of the park is slated for October 4th, which is a significant date for the Missing and Murdered Committee. That's the date they chose, so we were going with that. October the 4th, 2021 is the date we have planned. So if anyone has any questions, I'll be happy to answer them.
Would you mind stopping share?
Yep, I'm doing that right now. Okay, did I do it?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, does anyone have any questions for me?
I have a congratulations. It's Jim Gillis from the Saskatoon-Nutana Rotary Club. It's wonderful that you're doing this. We have a peace poll in Saskatoon that our club is quite heavily and regularly involved in. We have a session every year where we dedicate a brick, which is put in the name of someone, typically someone who's won the Nobel Peace Prize, and we get donations for that. We work with the local conservation society in Saskatoon, or organization in Saskatoon, which we call the Meewasin Valley, and we work with a school as well that they have an eco-justice class in their school, and they participate with us. We have a ceremony every year, and we've kept it alive. I don't know how many years we've had it there now, but it lives and breathes because we're able to celebrate it every year. So we're really interested in what you're doing, and we should reach out to your club and see some of your ideas and share some of ours with you, and wish you success with that.
Well, thank you. Yes, that'd be great to share some ideas. We're always looking for new ideas. One idea that we haven't really developed yet, but it's in the back of our minds, is to do a peace project with the primary schools in Kenora and have the kids do an art project of a mini peace pole that they could put in their garden or in their bedroom or wherever, with positive messages painted on it. So we have a couple of people on our committee that are interested in working with the schools should COVID disappear or become manageable. So that's one thing we're thinking about. And with that, we would work in education on peace as well.
So your granddaughter made one in the yard.
We have 3 other people on the call that are on our committee. We have a committee of about 12. And so we also have a landscaper who's volunteered his time free of charge to work with us to develop the plan for the park. So he's given us preliminary drawings, but I didn't feel that they are developed enough that I could share them tonight.
John Dole from
Thank
Kenora.
you very much, Deb.
Well,
We're
we've
gonna
got
have to
another
move
question
along.
here.
We're going to have to move along. Thank you very much, Deb.
Okay.
David and Tazia.